Go.
Good day, Tide Point members. We are at a new crossroads in our new future for Tide Point. We are getting ready to reopen and return to normal very cautiously and deliberately. As you are aware, the state of South Carolina has begun to return to a less restrictive environment, and the V management team and Tide Point Board of Directors have put together a three-phase plan for us to also return to normal. However, we must always consider our common safety first. We are planning to open the clubhouse in a very restrictive manner on June 8th, Monday, June 8th, 1 week from yesterday. Last night, you all received a summary of our plan. We will begin with very restricted dining services. The continental breakfast will be served as it was before we closed the clubhouse, and that will take place in the casual dining room, also known as the Calabogie. Then lunch and dinner will take place in 4 dining venues: the Calabogie or casual dining room, and the club room will be considered casual, and the formal will be in the Magnolia or formal dining room and the ballroom. The seating will be seats of 2 through the first phase. The most important part of our return is that we continue to reduce or avoid exposure. We do that by, again, washing hands, staying 6 feet apart, wearing masks whenever in public, and masks will be required in the clubhouse at all times. We will begin some activities. These activities will be slowly reintegrated into the lifestyle. We ask that you bear with us as we continue to be safe. We are planning, as you'll see from the 3-phase plan, the summary of that plan. Dining is an important part of that return. Also, we will have no happy hours or congregating in groups. It's important that we maintain the social distancing at 6 feet apart. For these initial phases, we are having no bar service. Bar services will be provided at the table. Our lunches and brunches will all be served. We'll have no more buffets and no more commonly sourced food opportunities. This is a big deterrent in spreading disease, and we are very acute on limiting any spread. We'll have some of our group gatherings begin. They're going to have to be in small groups, so several meetings may have to be in 2 groups. We will continue to screen at the gate and also limit visitation to essential visitation, and also ask that you do the same off campus. To that end, beginning June 8th, we will continue grocery services, and we will continue dinner deliveries during phase 1. We will discontinue lunch lunch and breakfast services, those will be available at the clubhouse. Dinner will be by reservations. Reservations will be strictly enforced. We are trying to expedite the dinner service so that for lunch and dinner, there will be composed plate choices. There'll be 3 choices, and those choices will include salad, dessert, and 3 different choices of entrees. The vegetables and starches with those entrees will be consistent. That is within the meaning of composed plate. That will allow you to be served quicker and also allow us to be able to turn the tables in a timely manner to serve the most people. So through phase 1, that will be fairly restricted. However, it will get us started on the way back to normal. Phase 2 and 3 we'll address later. You have the summary of the plan at this point, and we'll continue to loosen restrictions. The most vital component of us returning to normal is to not have positive cases, and that means no positive cases of our members and no positive cases of our employees. The Broad Creek Care Center is still under the restrictions of Medicare and the Center for Disease Control. Therefore, they will be on a very different and more restrictive return to normal plan, which is not yet available. So we continue to ask that you restrict your visits to the outside. When you are in public, to please be aware of other people that have masks and of your distance from them to assure the safety of everyone here upon your return. Now, it has been pointed out that there are members who are not complying. This is of great concern and can slow the progress of our return to normal if there is not compliance. We ask that you wear masks when in public. We ask that you wear masks when you're encountering each other. We ask that you stay 6 feet apart, that you do not go in public in the areas that could provide opportunities to increase exposure. It's vitally important that we all continue to do these things to reduce the exposure and keep Tide Point safe. Your health and safety and the health and safety of our service team are very important to how quickly we can go forward and into more normal conditions. We ask that you be aware when you come to the clubhouse of touching elevator buttons. Elbows have become pretty useful in moving doors, elevator buttons, etc. If you see several people on the elevator, please wait for the next ride. The less people on an elevator, the less exposure. The concierge desk has now shields in front so that they have a plexiglass shield so that will also limit exposure. Our team will be wearing masks all day. We have been since March, all wearing masks the entire time we're at work to reduce exposure. So we will continue to have deliveries of dinner during phase 1. We will continue grocery deliveries during phase 1. We will stop lunch and breakfast deliveries in phase 1. Those will be available in the dining rooms here in the clubhouse, and also limited games and activities that can be executed safely. So we will accept any questions or concerns that you may have. You may call me at 843-341-7202, or you may email me at tjones@vlaiving.com, and we will be glad to field these questions in another video. So Tide Point members, this is exciting that we'll begin June 8th, Monday, to be able to come to the clubhouse on a very limited basis, and we ask that you comply with these concerns so that we all can remain well and reopen Tide Point. Thank you, and I'll see you in the clubhouse next week.